Hey, what's happening, everybody? This is Elite Kicks back with the weekly video. In today's video, guys, I can't believe this. I actually hit on a raffle on Footpatrol. They're out in the UK, Great Britain. Hit on it. It was shipped to me. I actually got it pretty quickly, but I hit on the Air Jordan 1 yellow taxis. Obviously, overseas, it was released much earlier. It's not supposed to be released here in the United States until September 24th. So in today's video, guys, we're going to be talking about a couple of things. First and foremost, we're going to be talking about an in-hand review of the yellow taxis. Then we're going to be talking about whether or not you should hold or sell. And finally, we're also going to be talking about how to cop this sneaker. We're going to have a more detailed how to cop, obviously, as we get closer to the release date. But this is just to prepare you guys, as we're about a month out from the US release. Before we get into that, guys, just two things that I always start my videos with. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. The channel has reached about 1,300 subscribers. I can't believe I've made it this far, but please continue to support the channel. And the second thing that I wanted to mention is that don't forget about the Discord. I recently updated the sneakers algorithm. Recently, the sneakers algorithm was updated to go after multiple accounts. And in my Discord, I broke down how to best counteract what sneakers Nike is doing right now. In addition to that, a couple of days ago, I also dropped a confirmed app guide as well. I've been consistently hitting on the confirmed app, so I figured out a bunch of tips that I've been using over the past couple of months, and they have been very successful. Drop that guide into the Discord. With that, guys, we're gonna jump into today's video. You already know what we have in front of us. We have the Air Jordan 1 yellow taxi. So let's take a look at this particular sneaker. The first thing that caught my eye in this shoe is that the leather quality is actually pretty good on this shoe. There's a lot of comparisons to this particular sneaker with the Air Jordan 1 shattered backboard that obviously released a couple years ago. The one thing I'll say about that is that the quality on this is not as good as the quality on the shattered backboards. I think that's pretty clear to me, at least. I'm sure everybody has different opinions, but that's what I'm basically seeing here. Obviously, you can see that you've got sort of the taxi yellow colorway right here. Obviously, seems to be modeled after a yellow taxi, hence the name yellow taxi, Air Jordan 1 yellow taxi. The one thing you obviously notice with this particular sneaker, obviously looking at it from this end to this end, you've got the black leather mudguard right here on both sides. You've also again got the taxi yellow leather on the toe box right over here. The other thing that I noticed about this particular sneaker, which caught me off guard, was there's no lace bag with this one. I looked in the sneaker, I looked in the box. I was expecting white laces, maybe some weird yellow laces as well, but it only comes with the black laces. And I mean, obviously, I think black does look best on this particular sneaker, but it would have been nice to have a couple of extra laces. It can never hurt to have a couple of extra laces. Continuing along, guys, obviously you've got the nylon that you always see, the nylon tongue that you always see on the Air Jordan 1. You've got the black padded right here. You've got the black padded sock liner. Again, standard AJ1 materials right there. The central panel is a little bit different than what we see. It is white leather, black leather Nike logo as well too. Obviously, just shifting the shoe around a little bit, you've got the you've got the taxi yellow colorway on the heel, and to finish it off, you've got the white midsole and you've got the yellow outsole. Overall, the quality is very good on this sneaker. I will say this is probably a shoe that if it released at the beginning of the pandemic would have sold out instantly. People would have been running out to buy this sneaker for $400, maybe $500, maybe not $500, but at least $400. Now, if you look at the price, it's maybe $220 right now. So definitely undervalued. We're going to get into a hold and sell later, but overall, my impressions of the sneaker is this is a great sneaker to add to your collection. The quality is pinpoint, and overall, definitely worth the value. With that, guys, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is the easiest places to cop this sneaker. Now, how to cop, we'll get into much later once we get closer to the release date. But just the easiest places to cop the Air Jordan 1. For me, it's going to be Finish Line JD Sports #1, the exclusive access. If you haven't watched my exclusive access video where I kind of updated things, please do check it out. It breaks down how to cop online exclusive access, in-store exclusive access. All that information is there. If you're struggling to cop on Finish Line JD Sports exclusive access, if you're struggling to even get exclusive access, that is the video for you to definitely check out. It breaks down everything that you need to know. Next is the Flex app. You obviously want to enter your Flex stores, your Foot Locker, your Champs, even your kids' Foot Locker, so you can get some GS sizes. Obviously, you want to do ship to me as well. Sneakers, again, understand that the algorithm is changing. It will change coming into the fall, and it will obviously, though, we'll see a major change at the beginning of the year. Which final one that I personally think is a hidden gem that I feel like nobody really goes after that much because they think it's botted is Hibbett Sports Online. I'm not talking about the raffle. I'm talking about the day of the release. Got to be there at 10 o'clock. Got to use Apple Pay. Use Safari. Checkout is a breeze. I have consistently hit on hyped sneakers, hyped Yeezys, hyped Jordans by just following that method. And I dropped a video a couple of weeks ago explaining how to cop on Hibbett Sports. Finally, I want to end this video talking about hold or sell prediction. Now, the one thing that we need to caveat everything with here is that the sneaker market is generally not great right now. It has recovered for some sneakers for back to school. We'll probably see a further recovery entering into the holiday season as more people spend money on sneakers, but it's definitely not what it was before. And on top of all that, the Air Jordan 1 hype is definitely not there anymore. Now this, again, as I mentioned at the beginning part of my video, if this sneaker had released 2 years ago, there would have been a lot of hype around this one. But it's not 2 years ago and we're in 2022. There's not as much hype around it anymore. So you have to look at it this way. With the sneaker market the way it is, the Air Jordan 1 market the way it is, this is not going to be a good sneaker to sell to quick flip on release day. You're not going to be able to make much unless you get a lot of pairs. Like we're talking 10, 11 pairs, and you can move them locally easily. That's the only way you're going to make maybe, I want to say 30, 40, maybe 50 bucks off of each pair. But again, moving it locally and selling lots of pairs. More than likely, what I'll probably do is I'll probably go after a couple of pairs. I have this one particular pair. I'm probably going to hold on to this one. The other pairs that I get, I'll probably hold on to for a year or two and just see what happens. I figure the price can't go much lower than what it is right now. And in a year or two, who knows what happens? Maybe the price will jump up to that 300, that 350 mark, just because the quality on this shoe is actually really good. So that's my thought on the hold or sell. Personally, I'm not going to be putting all my effort into this particular release. I will go after as many as 2 to 3 pairs just to hold on to for a year or two and just see what happens. With that, guys, that is the video for today. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I want to tell you guys that I have a lot of interesting videos in the pipeline. Next week's video is going to be the Air Jordan 3 Fire Red How to Cop. Beyond that, we're going to be talking about the update to the sneakers algorithm. We're also going to be talking about an update to the Confirmed app. How is the Confirmed app operating? Because it is much different than what it was last year. And something that I just discovered going through just trial and error, trying different things. And I started consistently hitting on Yeezy slides and I'm like, I think I may have figured out how to increase my chances. With that, guys, this is Elite Kicks signing off. Take care, everybody.